Times in this mix zone where it seemed like you weren't sure kind of where things were headed in terms of sponsorship and all that. Now you're headed to Paris. What kind of emotions are you experiencing?
Honestly, I knew this was going to happen. I knew I was ready to make this team, and I knew nothing or nobody was going to come in between me and making this team. So I feel fulfilled, and I'm ready for like my journey to unfold the way that it needs to. Everything that has happened before this has been me building up to becoming the person that I am. So now I was able to receive my blessings the way that I needed to. So.
Describe your emotions when you look really excited when you look up there and saw it.
Yeah, I think just my journey has been completely different from everyone else's. So I think that for me, it was more so of knowing that every little thing that I've ever done has come to fruition today. And I asked God for so much more, and I didn't receive it, but I was able to receive what I needed in order to continue to go. So it just felt like, despite everybody feeling like I don't deserve, feeling like I shouldn't have a spot in this sport, feeling like I don't belong, it was like this was God solidifying what I am and who I am to this sport. So.
What was in your mind when you crossed that finish line? What was going through your mind?
I had no idea what place I was in. I was like, hurry up and put these names up, okay? Because I need to know. So when I saw my name, I was like, I don't care what time it is. As long as it was top 3, that's all I needed.
In this basketball field to do it in this race, what does it mean against that competition?
I mean, it was great for me. For me to know that I didn't have a perfect race and I was still able to be top 3, that's what was most important for me. Understanding my talent, understanding that I don't have to be perfect. I don't have to go out there and think I have to have a perfect start or I have to have a clean race. Like, I can get it done in any shape, any form. And with me having hypothyroidism, it was really hard for me to pull out 3 back-to-back days. So I think it just goes to show that me and my team are really in a spot of building.
What didn't go well today?
I was just tired. I was lethargic. I was tired. It's been a third day of like having a lot of anxiety, especially with like not having the normal levels of energy as other people. So we had to cut my warm-up short and just make sure I can conserve as much as I could to be able to get through the 10 hurdles today.
Are you not think on your shoes broken? Or?
No, my shoes aren't broken. So actually, Tonya Marshall was able to give me a new pair of shoes after my first round. I just always tape them up because I always scrape them up, something that I did when I was at Oregon. So it's just something that I continue to do.
You mentioned the lack of energy. How do you deal with that when this is obviously one of the biggest weeks of your life?
Yeah, I think that honestly for me it's about staying in my bubble. I've been off of social media and I've really just been minding my own business, like giving myself all the good energy and the good vibes that I need, going to sleep when it's time to go to sleep, eating right, and just being around like positive vibes. So just being in my circle with my team and my positive energy, making sure that I can just only use the necessary energy, because sometimes even coming out here to watch the races, you don't think you're stressing a lot, but I have a Whoop watch and it tells me like, girl, you need to go to sleep, you're stressed out. So, you know, making sure I use like all the necessary technology and stuff and the recovery that we have to make sure that I'm fully ready and prepared for the next day.
Knowing that you had...
It meant a lot, obviously, because I graduated from here undergrad, so it's like full circle moment for me.
Knowing that you had these setbacks, right, you were a little exhausted, but you still ran insanely fast. Like, does that give you motivation on what's possible?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, personally, I've always thought that I could be one of the fastest hurdlers and honestly one of the fastest sprinters that the USA has ever seen. So I think going forward, this will give me what I need in order to do the things that I want to do next year that may or may not have anything to do with hurdles. So I am unsponsored. I actually have an Oakley sponsorship, but as far as clothing, I'm unsponsored, and I'm excited to be able to wear a black designer for the final this today.
How does thyroidism affect you? When were you diagnosed?
I was actually diagnosed my freshman year at the University of Oregon, and it just affects my muscle recovery, my energy levels, skin, hair, nails, everything. So like when I first was diagnosed, I was told that I was degrading from the inside out. I didn't feel it. It's not tangible. It's hard to really understand what it is, but being able to take basically a medication that supports my thyroid because it just does not work. And just understanding that it fluctuates very, very easily. So for indoors, I was going through a big situation with my thyroid and I was not able to compete, but I still got out there and just put my best foot forward. So just going through that with me and my coaches understanding that as a medical side of it as well, it's just been a journey and it's been something that we've been able to kind of control easier. And I actually have an endocrinologist in Dallas that helps me out.